Imagine being on a road trip, cruising down the highway with a trunk full of unexpected passengers. We're not talking about your friends or family, but rather some very unusual and exotic creatures. In a shocking discovery, Turkish customs officials in the city of Edirne stumbled upon a car smuggling dozens of wild animals from Greece into Turkey. The animals, ranging from kangaroos to parrots, were found in cramped and inhumane conditions, but miraculously, all of them survived. Let's dive deeper into this astonishing story. On a typical day, you don't expect to find kangaroos and alpacas in the trunk of a mid-sized sedan. But that's exactly what customs officials found when they inspected a car with Greek license plates. The vehicle was carrying an astonishing cargo of 3 kangaroos, 3 alpacas, and 1 Patagonian mara, all bound and squeezed together in tight confinement. The trunk, which is meant to carry luggage and other items, was transformed into a makeshift zoo, with animals barely having enough space to breathe. The situation was even more dire for the smaller animals, with 12 parrots and 23 flying squirrels crowded into tiny cages inside the vehicle. The photos from the scene are heartbreaking, showing the animals in distress, with many of them being juveniles. The larger animals, like the kangaroos and alpacas, were bound and unable to move, while the smaller ones, like the parrots and flying squirrels, were packed tightly into cages with barely enough space to turn around. It's a miracle that none of the animals suffered fatal injuries during the journey. The conditions in the car must have been incredibly stressful for the animals, and it's likely that they would have suffered long-term damage if they hadn't been rescued in time. The driver of the vehicle, identified as Yüksel D, was detained by authorities and is likely to face serious consequences for his actions. Smuggling exotic animals is a serious offense, and it's not just the animals that suffer. The trade of wild animals can also have devastating effects on the ecosystems and biodiversity of the countries involved. In this case, the animals were being smuggled from Greece to Turkey, and it's likely that the driver was planning to sell them on the black market. Despite the dire circumstances, the story has a happy ending. All the animals survived the ordeal and are now on their way to the Directorate of Nature Conservation and National Parks. The authorities will take care of the animals, and they will be ensured a safe and healthy environment. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of situations, there is always hope for a better outcome. The discovery of the exotic animals in the car is a shocking reminder of the dangers of animal smuggling. It's a cruel and inhumane trade that needs to be stopped. We hope that this story raises awareness about the issue and encourages people to take action. Let's all do our part to protect these incredible creatures and their habitats, and ensure that they can thrive in their natural environments.